Hey guys, welcome back. And on today's confession of a spectrum mom, this is not really spectrum or special needs related, but I just wanted to talk about something that happened today. And yes, I am wearing something in my mouth, so I don't sound like I normally would sound. But I want to talk about being vulnerable and accepting God's goodness. And that's been really hard for me lately. So I don't know if that's something that you guys experience, but it's been really hard for me. I just feel like I just get so overwhelmed by the goodness of God. And I know that's a good thing, but then it's like I'm always fighting back tears like, oh God, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry about X, Y, and Z, whatever might be happening. And then I kind of have to check myself. Like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry tears of gratitude. And most of the tears have been tears of gratitude. Just like, God, you have loved me so much. You have provided for me, God. And sometimes I feel like I'm not grateful. And then sometimes I feel so overwhelmed by your love, by your goodness, by your provision, God. That's on top of your grace, on top of your mercy, God, on top of your forgiveness. And so, like, I had, I'm a stay at home mom, so I have not been in my career field that I got my college degree in about 16 years. Probably 16, almost 17 years. I have not worked in my field, outside the home. I've done little projects here and there, but not really in that. And, God has blessed us to be a one income family for 17 years, guys. And it's not been easy financially. It's not been easy emotionally. It's been a challenge, but through it all, God has really brought us. I, I'm looking at this house that I'm sitting on the front porch. I'm looking at this house. Oh God, I don't even know how, God. And the only answer is God. Like, how in the world on one income have we been able to purchase two homes, Our first home and then like a move up home. And I'm like, God, it just doesn't make sense. And I'm grateful for it. But sometimes it's hard to just wrap my head around everything. And so I just find myself like being lost, trying to comprehend the goodness of God. And I know that's like trying to dig in the ocean with a spoon. Like, I'm never going to get there. But He's been so good, guys. He's been so wonderful. And so, like, I got an opportunity. I had an opportunity in the past to sponsor a child in a foreign country. And I always was like, nope, that's not me. Do somebody else. Like, I don't have that type of money. I have no income other than the little spending ducats that, my husband puts into my account. Like, that's it. Like, there's no way I can sponsor a child in another country. And so multiple times that opportunity has come to me and I was like, nope, nope, not me, God. And then this year I was really convicted. Like, you can do it. You keep looking at your resources with human eyes and not looking at them with the eyes of a God that can do whatever He wants, And so this year I said, okay, I'm going to do it. And so I've been sponsoring a child in Latin America. And every time I communicate with, she's a small child, which is what I was definitely not expecting. I was expecting, like somebody I could write letters to. Man, I got a toddler. And I was like, okay, that's not what I was expecting, God. But I've been in communication with her mom. And y'all, every time I talk to this woman, like, my heart breaks down into tears. And they're tears of gratitude. And she's like, I'm praying for you and I'm so thankful for you. And thank you for, you know, helping us. And I'm like, no, thank you. Like, God, I feel like I have nothing compared to what they have. And I know they are living like in what we would consider poverty. But every time she says, I'm praying for you and I'm grateful for you, I just feel so unworthy of their love and unworthy of their appreciation. I'm like, no, I'm praying for you. You opened your home to me, you know, and I'm sitting in a house that has running water, and you don't have that. You know, I'm in a home with electricity and comforts that I pray one day that you will be able to experience. But I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the way that they have loved on me. And sometimes I just feel like I'm not worthy of that love. And I'm grateful for the way that God has loved on me. And sometimes I just feel like I'm not worthy of that love. I'm grateful for it, but it is so overwhelming, guys. You know, and I live next to an airport. So if you hear airplanes, the airplane passing by, that's what it is. I'm just grateful, guys. They're tears of gratitude, they really are. But I'm learning how to accept love. And at 48, I'm still working on that. I'm still working on learning how to accept compliments, how to accept appreciation, how to accept prayers. And so this morning I got an email that was like, we are so grateful for you. How can we pray for you? And it just brought me to tears because I'm like, not that I don't need prayer, but I feel like prayer is such a blessing. It's such a gift. And so to be gifted with somebody else's heart in that regard is like, man, that's so much love. That's so much love, God. I don't even know how to accept that. And I'm really working on having that childlike heart of faith and love and acceptance because my head gets in the way of a lot of things. And I don't know if that's you, but I know for certain that's me. And so I don't know, guys. I just wanted to share kind of what I've been going through. I'm, yeah. This channel was really about family life, and I know I do a lot of stuff about spectrum life, you know, having two special needs kids with completely different types of needs that have to be met, you know, but I'm still a mom, I'm still a wife, I'm still an individual, you know, outside of, you know, homeschooling and caregiver. And so that's just what me, the individual, you know, is going through. So pray for me. I am asking for prayer, and I will pray for y'all if you have stayed this long. And if you drop it in the comments, like something that you want me to pray about, I will pray about. And I pray to have a heart that receives all the goodness of God. I just think about that song, you know, CeCe Winans sings it, Jen Johnson sings it. And think about the goodness of God. And it is just like being out in a typhoon. Like, you cannot control it. It's so overwhelming. And sometimes I need to learn that it's okay to dance in the rain, if you understand what I'm saying. And so that's where I'm at, guys. So with all that being said, I cannot wait to get this plate out of my mouth. But I'll see you in the next video. All right? Bye.